It's time to break up and wake up. You need to wake up, you need to break up because there is no time. Like, when I mean that it's time to break up and wake up, it means it's time to wake up from unforgiveness, from mediocrity, from your past, from procrastination, from thinking you're not good enough. It's time to break up with it. Like, it's time to break up with it. See, I'm just gonna go diving straight. For me, for example, I didn't grow up in a place of so much, like in a place of abundance. Yeah, when we're in Christ, we're in abundance, but family wise, I didn't grow up in a place of abundance where there's so much. I grew up in a place where you have to just, somebody, okay, let me give you an example. Somebody have to possibly wear a cloth or a dress and can't give it to you. Yeah. So I had, because I had a lot of aunties, I have a lot of elder ones, so I was always collecting. I was so glad. But there came a time in my life I was tired of it. I was just like, God, can you just please help me to come out of that season where I don't have to always be the one receiving. I also want to be the one giving. I genuinely was asking God for that time. So I was willing to break up with that part of me and wake up into another season of me. So now when I go to the store and I want to shop, I don't pity my card. I am so happy to shop. Like, I am so excited to shop. It's not that I shop to show off or I shop to waste my money. No, I am so happy. Like, it gives me joy to shop. I'm deliberately breaking up with my past and waking up into my new, because this is my reality. This is where I want to be. You know that part where you say had to be a boss girl, had to be the girl who is everywhere, who had to be the woman everybody wants to look upon to. It's not so much of luxury. It's you breaking up, waking up from your past and getting into the new. Get out of trauma, past trauma of when I was so young. This happened to me. There's so many things I have to heal from. A lot of them. This podcast is, we're not keeping it. This is real thing coming out. This is me genuinely sharing my story of everything I know that I deliberately have been working on for myself, and I decided to share. You get it? So it's everything Eve. Like, everything we go in and in, we don't keep in it. We're sharing it completely. So this is me waking up from I am breaking up. Guess what I'm breaking up from? This video you are seeing, I am genuinely breaking up from procrastination. I'm waking up into reality of doing. I'm telling you, like, I'm waking up into doing. I'm breaking up with procrastination. Trust me, I have opened this page since last year, I think April or June. I called my friend my friend lives in the Europes, and I'm like, oh, is a guy. I'm like, I'm trying to start a podcast, and we started trying to get a name for it. I took my pen, he shared his idea, I shared my idea. I got back again, we got off the call. I started writing, like, I started phrasing it again. I sent to him. He was like, oh, this is good. And immediately I created a banner. Immediately I created the channel. I subscribed with it from my cooking channel and my vlog channel. But guess what? I never did anything. You know why? I kept saying, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to show up for it. I don't know if what I'm saying is going to be relatable. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch. I don't even think it's good enough. And guess what? Even worse than it, I have a friend around here, and I was like, oh, I want to start a podcast. He was like, don't, what are you doing? That's a waste of time. That's sharing too much of information about yourself. Don't even try it. Don't even go there. Is it everything you want to do? And I'm like, so when he said it, I never said a word. When he used that word for me, I never said anything again. I just sealed my mouth. So this is me. This video you're seeing right now, this is me breaking up with procrastination and waking up into my reality. This is my reality. This is my reality. So there's so many things we need to break up from and wake up into what God has called us to. So like I was saying, I have to wake up. I have to break up with that always collecting, receiving. I also want to give. I also want to share. So living abroad, one of the things, like a little challenge of living abroad, is that you have some things you genuinely want to share with people that you know, and they need it, but you don't have the opportunity to, because they are far away. I live in far Asia. I live in South Korea. They are far away. I can't reach them. I can't even send them, because sending them is as good as sending them money to just buy it, because it's going to cost me a lot. So there was a time I was able to share with someone, and trust me, if I want to share my clothes with you, or something, my jewelry, especially clothes, I have to seek your permission. I ask you, I want to share this with you, please. Like, I'm even begging you, please, do you want it? And the person said, oh yeah, I want it. And I'm so excited. The first time I gave somebody some clothes and she accepted it, oh my, I kept on telling her thank you. She was like, Eve, come on, I'm the one to tell you thank you. She doesn't understand. Like, she doesn't understand. I was so excited. I was excited I was able to give. I was excited I didn't have to take it to the trash to trash it. I was so happy. That is me breaking up and waking up into my reality. So it's time to actually break up from your past relationship that has long gone. You know, I'm going to talk about relationship in this podcast sometime. See, there are so many relationships that we've had that didn't end up the way we wanted it to end up. That relationship possibly brought us a lot of problems, a lot of trauma, a lot of friendship. You know, some relationship that comes in layers and layers, and some persons just get involved in it. Like, it makes you just lose so many people because of just one person, right? Because of one person, you lose relationship with a lot of persons because there was so much drama. But you have to wake up to forgive yourself. You have to break up from that and wake up into forgiveness, into waking up into your reality of, you see, this is gone. Trust me, there are so many people who are married, actually, they are still not, they've not let their past go. They've not let their ex go. Because I could tell you that for free, because I follow this relationship artist, therapist on IG, and I read some of the message that they sent to his DM, and I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Some persons are married, and they have not healed from their past relationship that was just possibly 5 months ago, and they met someone else and they just got married to the person. Now they are thirsty for their ex. Now sometimes they want to revenge, sometimes they want to go back to their ex because their ex is reaching out to them, now don't know how to break out of their new relationship. And I'm like, that is, you need to wake up from it. Like, you need to wake up, you need to break up from it and wake up into, this is gone. This is the past. Like, break up from it and wake up into the new. Even the Bible said, forget the former things. Like, forget the former things, because I will do a new thing. But we as humans, we are not willing to forget the former things. Like, trust me, it's so difficult to forget. But one thing we can actually break out from is unforgiveness. Even if you don't forget, because as long as you have your memories, you have your mind, somebody somewhere can just do something that that makes you remember your past. It gives you a reflection. But one thing, when it gives you a reflection, it doesn't, if you don't feel bad, if you don't cry, if you don't feel if you don't regret, it means you've broken up and you walk up into your now. Like, for example, I had the time where somebody was trying to talk to me and we're trying to build something together, and we've actually gotten to a stage of like, oh yeah, let's see how it keeps going. We've talking for, like, let's say 2 months. We've been talking for like 2 months, and we're already enjoying the conversation. We're so happy about it. But guess what? The person just snubbed. But the person just snubbed. Never said a word. And I, on the other hand, I kept reaching out, and the person never said a word. And there was a point I kept reaching out, and it dawned on me, like, this is something like what has happened before. Is this going to happen again? I said, never. It can never be. It can never be. I know it's never me gonna chase you. No, never. But guess what? When I remember the past, I didn't start crying. I didn't start saying, oh, why me? No. I have broken up with the past. That was the past. I have broken up with it. And I've woken up into the reality of, I'm loved, I'm enough, I'm beautiful, I'm accepted. Love is going to find me. It's not going to go, my own love is not going to go to the next doorstep. Yeah. So it's actually high time you break up with unforgiveness, break up with malice, break up with procrastination, with gossip, break up with past trauma. See, so someone was actually sharing with me and the person was like, oh, this person I know, she's married, she's a mom of three. Yes, she's a mom of three, but guess what? She is still, she has not forgiven her dad. Reason because when they were quite young, you know the way African parents they treat us, every little thing is you get a smack. Every little thing you get to you, they don't spare the rod. They use the rod on us so well. Oh, they use it on us so well. So she felt so bad because her dad was really used the rod on her or on them. But every other person have forgiven that, but she refused to let go. And now she's a mom of three. And the dad doesn't even know that, oh, this person is trying not to have a conversation with me. He just felt that, oh, we are not close. But he doesn't know that she's angry. She's angry. So we have to learn to let the past go so we can step into the new. Steve Harvey said that there was a time he was trying to get his a new car, and he was really trying. And one day the mom said to him, you're trying to get the new car, right? But the garage is still parked to the old car. So where are you going to park the new car? And he realized that, oh, that's so true. So you have to let the old, you have to clean your garage. You have to clean your mind. You know, the Bible talks about us renewing our mind. I'm a Christian girly. So we're going to talk about the Bible a lot in this podcast. So don't get bored about it. Yeah. So you have to clean your mind a lot. Clean your mind a lot from the past. You know, when you have to flush the gutter, like when you flush the bathroom, flush your mind. There are some gist you don't just want to remember. If you know, if you have a circle of people that brings you into that past, into that memory of trying to remember what has happened, that trying to keep you in the circle of the past, you have to break up with it and wake up into a new relationship of people who talks about progress, who talks about building their faith, building their finances, building family, building their life, traveling, like just doing things beautiful. You see, I'm going to give you a very simple example. I don't really fix my nails a lot. I don't really feel, I'm not the girl that just gonna wake up, I'm going to the store and have a nail appointment. I'm not, because I used to play basketball, so I'm not really that girly going to fix my nails. But I like it when I see it on people. And now I live in Korea, it's quite pricey. So, but when I go to the store, I buy different shades of nail polish. I just like them, and I have them all piled up. But before I started this podcast, I went first to treat myself with polishing my nails. Like I filed my nails, I polished it. It's not so all beautiful, but I did something. I'm breaking up with my laziness of not keeping my nails so neat, and I'm waking up into being a girly. I want to be a girly. So I'm waking up into being a girly. So most times what we actually need to step into the new or into the abundant mindset is not that we need to go. Sometimes it's not that we need a trip. Sometimes it's not that we need to go and buy some luxuries. Sometimes it's not that we need to go and sit in the front row of the NBA basketball playing game. I love basketball. Shout out to LeBron James. Shout out to Lakers. We just won a game, like straight wins. I'm so excited. I actually want to cut into that. I would love to go and watch them live, especially before LeBron take the last shot. I really want to watch him play live. I want to watch him play live. I've been watching it on my screen. I really want to do that. So yeah, the abundant mindset is not to be on a luxury trip. It's not to be on a anything you think is so luxury that makes you feel abundant. It's the little things you do. Cleaning your nails, possibly cutting it. If you don't have to cut it, you just clean it. Washing your hair, making your hair, just breaking up with the old, this is January, clearing the old things and bringing in the new things, taking out the I'm not good enough mindset and replacing it I'm good enough, taking out the I'm not beautiful, that's why I'm not in a relationship, and waking up and replacing it with I am so loved, I'm in love with myself. Oh my goodness, see you guys, I'm in love with myself. Like I have so much love in me that when the right person comes into my life, I have so much to give. But first of all, I have to love myself enough, right? So you have to wake up to that, break up with that mindset of I am not loved, I don't have a relationship because I'm not beautiful or because I'm not in a certain class. No, you don't have to be in a certain class to be loved. So you have to you have to wake up into the abundance of I am loved enough. I am loved. I am, like, if nobody loves you, you love yourself. I love you for you, and Jesus loves you. That's a plus, right? Jesus loves you is a plus. So you have to wake up into that part of I love myself. We have to break up with I'm not loved, I'm not good enough, I can't afford this. The fact you can't afford some things right now doesn't mean you can't afford it in the future. So you're just a work in progress. You are not poor. So you have to wake up from that poverty mindset. Poverty is not just having money. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. That's why the Bible talks about renewing your mind, because the mind is a storehouse. It's a place where you store the past, the new, the old, everything. So you have to flush your heart and get in the new of joy. Like, possibly you have never been a joyous person. You have never been a peace person. You have to break up with fighting and wake up into being a peacemaker. So sometimes, so that abundant mindset we talk about is not all about the luxury. It's about the little things that you just decide to change every day. You decide to improve on every day. Like, you're a business person, you keep showing up for your business. Like right now, I'm starting a podcast. This is my first podcast. This is the first one. I hope. So I keep showing up every time, irrespective of who watches it, who likes it, who drops a comment, right? But the thing is that I'm intentionally breaking up with procrastination, and I'm showing up here. See, I have seen a lot of videos this year talking about you have consumed enough. There's this man, I just saw his video, and the next thing he said was like, you've consumed enough, you're not producing. And I'm like, this is me. He was lit. It was like God just spoke to him for me. When he created that video, he was actually in the forest. It wasn't even in a cozy place. He was in the forest, and he created that video, and he said, you have consumed a lot, it's time for you to produce. And this is me. I'm breaking up with consumption. I'm into my producing season. I am breaking up with consumption, and I'm waking up into my producing season. This is the season. This is it for me. So you have to break up with unforgiveness, break up with lies, break up with wasteful spending. Spending money anyhow is not luxury. It's not the abundance. No. You have to break up with it and wake up into how to manage your finances, how to manage your relationship with people. You might not know how to manage relationship with people. You have to break up with it. Some people say, oh, I'm introvert, I don't talk to people, I'm just indoor. Hey, you have to break up with introverts. I'm not just saying that you just have to start talking to everybody. No, you have to learn to communicate with people. You have to learn to do other things, like reach out to people, because we're in a community right now where we have to speak and build relationship with people. You can't be with your phone all day and say my phone is where I want to be. No, we have to break up with our phone. Actually, we have to break up with our phone and wake up into reality of dialoguing with people physically. We have to break up with our phone. I am actually putting this out here because I have said this in a longer time that I want to start a podcast. I've even mentioned it to my friends. I want to start a podcast, but guess what? This podcast, I'm not even sharing the link with anybody. Possibly the only person I will share the link to is my friend that I told that I'm going to start a podcast some time ago. We created the name of the podcast together. I'm not even going to share with anybody. I just want to keep myself on the brace of we are doing this. If I'm tired, I'm trying to create it. If I'm healthy, I'm trying to create it. If my week, because I'm telling you that me doing this podcast right now is me breaking up with procrastination and waking up into responsibility, into what I'm truly want to do. Because so many times we keep asking God, what have you called me to do? What is it I am to do? My pastor said something last Sunday. He said, if you don't know your purpose, the thing you are doing right now, be good at it. Focus on it. Bible said, seeth that a man diligent in his work. You can say, oh, I have been diligent for so long time. I have not seen the fruit. Keep being diligent. Keep breaking up with indiscipline, because for me that would be indiscipline. Now I'm waking up to discipline. So I'm breaking up with indiscipline and I'm waking up to discipline. So I'm here to tell you too that you have consumed enough. It's time to produce. I want to say thank you so much for being on this podcast. My name is Eve. I have a vlog channel, but this is strictly podcast where I'm going to be sharing a lot of things: friendship, relationship. There's so much more that will come on this, and I trust that when you get to see this video, you'll give it a thumbs up, you share, you subscribe. If you have anything that resonates with you, please drop it in the comment section and be nice with your comments. Be nice with your comment. If you didn't even have anything to say, if you like my lipstick, just say it in the comment section. If you like the color of my top, drop it in the comment section. If you like my hand beads, drop it in the comment section. If you like my hair that is already rough but the strands are still looking beautiful, drop it in the comment section. Yeah, just drop anything you think you like about me on the comment section. I am so glad you're here. Once more, I want to say Happy New Year. And it's actually also the Lunar New Year here in South Korea, and in Asia we're celebrating the Lunar New Year. And I want to say Kamsahamnida. Have an amazing week, have an amazing day. Whenever time you are seeing this video, have an amazing week, amazing day, and everything amazing for you. And have a prosperous 2025. Kamsahamnida. Thank you. See you. And don't forget to please subscribe. All right. I love you. Keep showing up, break up, and wake up into the abundance mindset. Thank you.